Welcome. I'm Sarah D. I'm a person, a mother, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a singer-songwriter. What's most important? What do you want? What brings you happiness inside? Where's your focus? What's your desire? In whom do you confide? Are you getting what you want? Do you know what you need? Are you wandering alone? Do your actions bring peace? Are you searching in the dark on your hands and knees? Have you opened your heart to the person you can be? These are the questions you must answer if you desire to set your sail, so you will arrive at your chosen destination. The winds of change prevail. Have you noticed those winds of change? The older I get, the more I notice them, and the more I recognize that they have always been in effect. I'm going to sing for you He Was Born. It's one of my Christmas songs. I also offered it last year, but I'll offer it again this year. It will be different, even though it will be the same. The words to the song are, He was born in a manger, cradled in some hay. Never he complaining for where it was he lay. He was cared for by parents on earth and up above, cared for and given eternal love. As he was born, so we are born. As he did mourn, so we do mourn. And he is there. He always cares how you are feeling, what you are trying to do. He always cares, and he will always be there for you. As he grew from babe to manhood, he was blessed from grace to grace, as we must also be if we desire to see his face and live with him on earth, while on earth we do live. So in our earthly sojourns, or eternal life, we'll live. As he was born, so we were born. As he did mourn, so we do mourn. And he is there. He always cares how you're feeling, what you're trying to do. He's always there. And he will always be there for you. Now that's a story that some people believe is a true story. And that's a story some people mock. That's a story that discourages some people. And that is a story that gives some people hope. We decide how life, how the stories we hear impact us. I share this story with you with the hope that it helps you to feel peace. And I'll end with my definition of a grace mindset, which goes right along with this song as well, because I believe that grace is another gift that Jesus Christ brings. He was born in a manger, cradled in some hay. Never he complaining for where he lay. He was cared for by parents on earth and up above, cared for and given eternal love. As he was born, so we were born. As he did mourn, so we do mourn. And he is there. He always cares how you are feeling, what you're trying to do. He always cares, and he will always be there for you. As he grew from babe to manhood, he was blessed from grace to grace, as we must also be if we desire to see his face and live with him on earth while on earth we live. So when our earthly sojourn's o'er, eternal life we'll live. As he was born, so we were born. As he did mourn, so we mourn. And he's there, he always cares how you are feeling, what you're trying to do. He always cares, and he will always be there for you. In that song, I say he's always there, and I said that it's a story, and we get to believe our stories that we hear or not. And if believing that there is an older brother, a God, an omnipotent being, somebody who has crossed the ravine, who has made the difficult journey and is reaching out to help you do the same. If believing that story brings you hope, then I encourage you to believe in that story. It brings me hope. And as he grew from babe to manhood, he was blessed from grace to grace. The definition of grace that I adhere to most often is not the prayer over a meal, but the undeserved blessings given through unseen forces. When, like just the other, anyway, answered prayers. I mean, those are graces. Just the other day, one of my prayers was just answered like really quick. And that isn't always the way it happens, but it's, excuse me, no matter how long it takes, it's grace. I didn't really deserve to have the prayer answered. I mean, I never get all my ducks in a row. Some of them are a little bit off all the time. But I'm blessed anyway. And I encourage you to believe that even though you may not feel like you have all your ducks in a row, grace can intervene. You just have to believe. A grace mindset is an abundance mindset which allows us to trust, to believe all is well as it should be. There are no mistakes. That which may at first appear as a mistake is yet another one of the infinite grace opportunities given to invite us to embrace the divine within and without. The divine surrounds all, is in and through all. The spark of hope and genius you may perceive are as rays of light emanating from the divine, which makes everything work. The divine encourages all that is good and true to unfold within and without. The divine is not within the realm of human constraint. It's above and beyond any human capacity to comprehend in its fullness. We just get little bits. We understand it a little bit more. And then we realize, oh, actually that wasn't quite it. I guess I can continue to learn and be humble and receive grace. As he grew from babe to manhood, he was blessed from grace to grace, as we must also be if we desire to see his face and live with him on earth. How do we see his face? I mean, do we actually see his face? There are some people who say they do. When I look up at the stars in the sky, or I see the bees, as long as I'm not afraid of them, when I see the beauties of the earth, I see the face of their creator. That's how I choose to view it. And it makes It works for me. It makes me feel better as opposed to thinking otherwise. So I offer that to you. If you don't see it that way, it might be worth considering. And if not, that's good. If what you're doing is working, that's great. It is necessary that we embrace our humility so that we can inspire those who walk this earth to also embrace it. Because as we do, we are blessed from grace to grace. And as we look to the divine for daily bread, both physical and spiritual, we receive it. And it may not make sense in the world, may not make sense to other people. But the cool thing about it is, like, I listen to all these positive things, all these personal growth things, all these mindset things. And that's why I call this a grace mindset, because being willing to receive grace, to see, oh wait, I did this much, but I got the results of this much. That difference there is the grace that I was given, that wind beneath my wings. Jesus Christ came to the earth. It's my belief that he came to the earth to show us the way. And he said to follow him. And whatever that means for you, I hope that brings you peace. Merry Christmas. I'm Sarah D.